I would now like to introduce Mayor of the City of Chicago, Mayor Lori E. Lightfoot.
Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank and congratulate you for joining and advancing in the ranks of Chicago's finest today, the best police department in the nation, bar none. It's always a great honor for me to be here to celebrate this exciting day with you. And looking out on this audience, it's got to be one of the largest graduating classes that I have seen in my tenure as mayor, which I think is a testament to the spirit, but also the incredible sense of service and honor that this class and classes bring to the job of joining the ranks of Chicago Police Department. Let me begin by thanking the family, friends, and loved ones who are here today to celebrate our graduates and promoted officers on their journey. As these officers embark on their mission to protect the lives and rights of our residents and serve our communities, they will need your continued support. They may need to come home after a long shift and heal within the loving arms of family and friends as they take on a noble but difficult profession. So thank you in advance for continuing to be that support. But really, policing isn't just a profession, it's a calling. Our graduates and officers are here today to answer their calling to serve and protect our residents. It's an honor to do so, and I hope none of you ever forget the honor that you should always have in your heart and in your mind every single day that you wear that badge and that you wear that uniform. Especially an honor to serve and protect the residents who live in communities plagued by violence and who need the support of the police the most every single day. Not everyone can respond to and be there for victims of violence in a time of need, but you can and you will. Not everyone has the courage to run into danger for the sake of our city, but you can and you will. And you are here today because you've spent countless hours training and preparing for this moment, being mentored by some of the greatest teachers and leaders that our department has to offer. And because you have the heart and compassion to do the difficult work of protecting and supporting our residents, often on their worst days. Most of all, you are here, I hope, because you love our great city and want to see it succeed. And I'm reminded of the words of your class speaker, Officer Sabo, who said he chose this job because it was difficult and he wanted to serve. I hope that you serve in that same spirit. Here, there are 77 neighborhoods that you will serve, each one unique in its history, culture, and people. I urge you to get to know the communities for the essence of who and uniqueness of each of them, and not just through crime stats. Get out of your cars, walk the block, and give the neighbors a friendly hello. Every time I'm out in community, what I hear over and over again is they want to get to know the officers who are in their neighborhoods policing. They want to honor and support you and build authentic relationships. Take the first step. Extend that hand of friendship and get to know the people that you are sworn to serve and protect. Take in the vibrancy of these communities and realize that the residents and families who live there want the same exact thing that you do. They want to live in peace and prosperity. They want to have a good relationship with the members of the Chicago Police Department. I always tell individual residents when they ask me, what can we do to support our officers? I begin by say thank you. Thank you for their sacrifice. Thank you for what they're doing every single day for your safety. Thank them for leaving their homes and their families every day, understanding the risk, and thank them for wanting to serve to keep you safe. as I said, our residents want to get to know you and have confidence in you. They want to know that you're not just a badge and a gun and a uniform, but a fellow Chicagoan, a resident of their neighborhoods, a son, a daughter of Chicago, who's here to help in every way that they can. The connections you form with residents, I guarantee you, will be your most powerful tool in service to our city, more powerful than your gun and your badge, because establishing that relationship with community, being legitimate in the eyes of the residents that you serve, will help you be successful in your mission. No matter what the future holds, I urge you to bear that in mind. And as we celebrate your milestones today, of course, there's a somber feeling in the air as we think of Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso. You know that last week, tragedy befell him and took his life in the service of our city. Officer Vasquez Lasso did what we ask all of our police officers to do. He responded to danger in order to protect a life and protect our city. And unfortunately, for him and his family and our city, he paid the ultimate price. Our hearts, of course, are broken as we mourn this loss along with the officer's family, friends, and loved ones, and colleagues. I recall when I went to the hospital last week to respond and to be there with the department, with the leadership, the number of officers who were gathered there to show their support and respect. That should tell you something about the heart and character of this great department. So please continue to lift up Officer Vasquez Lasso's family in prayers and with comfort, but also pray every day for yourself and your fellow colleagues in the Chicago Police Department. And to the officers who grieve for Officer Vasquez Lasso, I urge you to avail yourself of the resources that the department has to offer. Whether it's EAP, whether it's peer support, whether it's the chaplain service, we are here to help support you in this time of great grief. By joining a department of 13,000 strong, you are joining a new family with 13,000 family members who want to see you succeed. In times of tragedy and in triumph, your brother and sister officers will be there for you. I also want to talk about the importance of self-care. There's no denying the challenges of this job, and there's certainly no shame in any and all of us saying, I need help, I need extra support. Lean into your peers, mentors, and leaders. Together, we'll continue the righteous work of making Chicago the safest city in the nation. But recognize every single day you're going to be experiencing stress and trauma. And that burden you need not carry alone. It's a daunting task, but it's entirely within all of our power to help you be well and succeed in your mission to serve and protect. Let your resilient fighting spirit guide your work day in and day out, and never forget who you are fighting for. Before I close, let me also take this opportunity to thank Superintendent David Brown for everything he has done for Chicago. Superintendent Brown came to us almost 3 years ago from Dallas, Texas, after a long and distinguished career with the Dallas Police Department, the last stop of which was the chief of that department. He came to our city in the middle of a pandemic, and shortly thereafter had to deal with not only the issues of learning a new department and leading in a time of a consent decree, but following the murder of George Floyd, the civic unrest, the rise in crime, and all the other things that seemed to coalesce in the moment of a COVID time in Chicago in 2020. He stepped into what may be one of the hardest police jobs in the country because he had a vision and determination and a commitment to make our city safer. And he succeeded in that work. In his tenure, CPD set record for illegal gun recoveries for 2 consecutive years, larger than New York or LA combined. And we're on track to set another record this year. He led double-digit reductions in violent crime in 2022, and that record of success continues into this year. And he took significant steps to reform our department so that it can better serve our communities. Our progress that we've made on our consent decree, which is important and impacts every part of department operations, has been steady and productive, and we will continue to do so. I also want to lift up the fact that Superintendent Brown promoted more women to the senior ranks of leadership in this department than ever before in history. And as Superintendent Brown led the effort to make historic investments in officer wellness that will serve all of you for the rest of your careers. So thanks, Superintendent Brown, for making the journey to our city and providing exemplary service. We wish him well as he makes his transition. I hope and pray for all of you and your service. I want to also say to the supervisors who we are also honoring today, these young men and women are entrusted to your care. Serve them well. Give them the support and resources they need to be successful. Hold them accountable when necessary, but also recognize the difference between honest mistakes and intentional misconduct. They look to you for leadership. They look to you to model the behavior that they should follow. Do not let them down. Make sure that you lead by example and follow the exemplary leadership of the other exempts who are leading this department. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you and congratulate you for embarking on this important mission of service. There's none other like it in our city. You should be proud, hold your heads up high, and be honored to be a member of the greatest police department in the country, the Chicago Police Department. God bless you all, and best of luck on your journey. Thank you.